Hello everyone, this is the Mayor of Gaming, and yes, Total War WarHammer, because that's a title that rolls right off the tongue, was officially announced today, and it is confirmed to be a trilogy of games, which, that's kind of cool, but at the same time, it's like you're planning on a trilogy at this point in development. You might want to, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing to think that you're going to have a trilogy. I'm just saying remember what happened with a certain WarHammer 40k game. Anyway, yes, WarHammer is getting the Total War treatment, or Total War is getting the WarHammer treatment, however you really want to look at it. And I know next to nothing about the WarHammer universe. Hell, even 40k, I don't know much about, honestly, because I don't have a small fortune to invest in miniatures for an army. I know it's a really popular game, and I know it's a really fun game. It's just a game I can't afford. So, I kind of missed the boat on that one, sadly. However, looking at the cinematic trailer for this game, which will be in the little description below, it looks pretty sick. I do love the Total War series. I played the Total War Rome, the original one, not 2, and absolutely loved it. And pretty much most of the Total War games that I've played, I really enjoyed. Medieval was really good. Yeah. So, it's interesting, though, because this is the first fantasy Total War game. And frankly, I think that's pretty friggin' sweet. We can have a game where we can have a large-scale war, not like, Dynasty Warriors, where it's, you got one super soldier going in against a bunch of mooks, but like a war in a fantasy universe. And I know there's mods for the Total War series that kind of do that, but oh wait, was that Total War or was that Sword or Mountain Blade? Yeah. Either way, it will be nice to see a fantasy Total War. Even if I don't know much about WarHammer, looking at the cinematic trailer, the story seems interesting, and I don't think I'm going to come away with too much lore and crazy backstory, but that'll no doubt be there for the people that are interested in that. But as someone that doesn't know anything about WarHammer, but does like some sick strategy war games, I'm pretty hyped for this. Especially because I'm a big fan of fantasy in general. Fantasy genres being, the Tolkien-like, yeah, you know what I mean. But yes, it's going to be interesting to see everything that we can get from it. But it is Sega and Creative Assembly, and pretty much it's just showing that the leak that happened in January is totally legit. We haven't seen any gameplay of it yet, but it's honestly safe to say that it's probably going to be like the Total War series. Not too much has changed with that, but not much really has to change other than setting unit types, some additional rules to make the setting a bit more cohesive. But yeah, and apparently, okay, yeah, I just read this article a little bit more. Apparently, it's a trilogy, but it's going to have 2 standalone expansions for the game, making it a trilogy. Which, I guess, if we're going with like the classic definition of expansion packs, where like Half-Life, what was it, Blue Shift, and what was the one with Adrian? Yeah, if we're going like with the classic definition of expansion packs, where it's pretty much a whole damn game in of itself, using assets from the previous or from the game it's expanding onto, plus adding some more, then neat. I mean, it sounds like it's going to have a full campaign. Then is going to have, like, with the expansions, more campaigns. They're claiming it's going to be the single largest Total War experience ever, which I'm thinking they're able to say that because they're counting the expansions not as standalone games themselves, but as in addition to the main game, which, whatever, you can call it whatever you will, it's still going to be sick. I mean, it's going to be awesome. I'm going to be pretty on board with that. Anyway, what are your thoughts? This looks pretty neat in my opinion. Again, with Total War Rome 2, And Attila, to a lesser extent. Attila wasn't bad. Keeping my hype checked. You know, it's going to be... I want to see it, and I want it to thrive and be an awesome game, but there's always that chance. There's always that chance that it's going to be another Total War Rome 2. So, with that in mind, I'm ready, but I just hope it's good. I'm going to wait for some reviews. And I recommend, most people do the same. Don't just rush out and buy this one. Find a reviewer you trust, someone that has experience with Total War games in the past, and see what they have to say about it, positive, negative, and things like that. Anyway, this has been the Mayor of Gaming. If you enjoyed this video, give it a little like below. It helps a lot, because it makes this video more viewed in general. Gives it more publicity, I guess. That people just, I don't know, it doesn't matter, semantics. And yeah, all the other YouTube shill stuff. Subscribe if you want to hear more random video game, non-news and news alike opinion shit. Sometimes it's just nerd stuff in general because, yeah, mostly it's gaming related, tabletop or video games, anything like that. Pretty much if it's gaming and it interests me, I'm going to talk about it, because why the hell not? So until next time, this has been the Mayor of Gaming. Have a good one.